Hi everyone. I think I'm 2 minutes early, but that'll give me time to bring up the chat and everything. A frog in my throat all day long. I think I might be in for a cold. My son had a little bit of a cold last week, and I think I'm going to get it, and I don't want it. I really don't. And I've got loads to talk about today. And I hope I'm going to make sense. I might not, because I might be all the place with this. I'm going to try my best to explain it. Have I muted that? I've not muted my phone though. Let me turn that off. Is it a bad connection? Hopefully not. Let me see. There we are. Hi, Chunky Kitty. And Renata. Robin. Hi, everyone. I'm still kind of buffering right now. Just give me a second. Do you know I've still got Skype on? Wait till I shut that off. See, I should have shut all this down. See, now it's taken forever to shut it down because I should have shut it down before I went live. I'll need to put a checklist on my computer. Right, close that. There. You live in England, Chunky Kitty? That's awesome. Norway, Ada? I have been doing my homework for days now, and I've enjoyed it. I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. I've been enjoying what I've been doing. And first, I'd like to say everyone will agree with this theory. My son doesn't. But I have watched professors and other people and seen lots and lots of things that this is what I believe anyway. And I'm going to talk about hi Katrina, I'm going to talk about the main pyramid in Giza. It's something in my eye, great timing. The main pyramid in Giza, they think was actually a power plant. And you'll probably think I'm crazy and what's shown. And I'm going to put a link here in the chat, and I'll also put it at the end. I'll put it. And just watch this. And I'll put it in the description as well when I'm done. And this is just one of the things I had watched that has convinced me that the Great Pyramid of Giza is actually a power plant. I never seen the eclipse yesterday. Hi, Natalie. Yay! I've drew diagrams and everything for you. Thank you for saying you love my hair, because I think I'm having a bad hair day. But I've been swimming. I was swimming yesterday, so I blame it on that. Although I've washed it and conditioned it, it's still not right. So anyway, I'm just going to rant. So, hi, open-minded. Oh, you get to sit and watch my chat. I hope you're not bored with my chat. I'm just going to ramble on now. So if anyone else comes in, just tell them I say hello, because I don't want to forget where I am. I'm just going to ramble. And then we'll talk after a ramble. We'll talk. Okay. So hello, everybody that's going to come in. I'll be with you after the rant. So, the Great Pyramid of Giza. This is the kind of layout of it. And you've got the King's Chamber here. And there's the Queen's Chamber. You've got the South Shaft, which is there. I hope I'm picking this up okay. Wait a minute. To change camera. Hold on. Let me see. That's Is that, let me try and get, that's better there. Right, that's better. So we've got the south shafts here and the north shafts here. Now this part here was the King's Chamber, they called that. And underneath here, that's the Queen's Chamber. But underneath all of that, you don't see all this that's going on underneath here. And underneath that, you've got what used to be water that flowed for the Nile underneath. And you've got this subterra chamber, descending passage, and the well shaft underneath here. Now, in the King's Chamber, this is really, really interesting. All these beams that were here in the King's Chamber, they thought that maybe they were there to support this roof that was here, because they thought that whatever pharaoh wanted this as a tomb, wanted a flat roof. So in order to get a flat roof, they built all these beams. But what they actually realised was under here there's a Queen's Chamber, and that's got the same kind of roof. And if the pharaoh really wanted to have a flat roof, it would just need to add some beams there. It wouldn't need to go to the extent of getting all these beams. So these beams were actually granite beams, and they went so far as to go 500 miles away up the Nile to get granite beams. Now, they thought, why would you need to go 500 miles away to buy or get granite beams? And they realised that the outside of the Great Pyramid was made of limestone. And it was so packed together that you couldn't even fit a razor blade through the cracks in the sides of the pyramid. And all this water was underneath the pyramid. So I'm going to get on to my notes now. So one of the people that I watched that you can look up was a man named Christopher Dunn, and he actually wrote a book on the Giza power plant. And he's so fascinating, but he is like a lecturer, so, you know, I did kind of lose interest because he kind of drifts off. It's like a professor in school, but the man's very, very interesting and talks about atoms and things like that, you know. So I watched one of him, and he was talking about that the Queen's Chamber, they've actually seen that the Queen's Chamber was, what do they call it? The Queen's Chamber is actually a reaction chamber. Right? That's important to remember, a reaction chamber. And there is two solutions that actually go in to the Queen's Chamber. There's the shafts that go into the Queen's Chamber. There's two solutions that go in there. One of them is hydrochloric, or one of them is hydrogen. Is it hydrogen? No, they make hydrogen. The lime and the granite together, as well as all this here, produces energy. Well, we know that today, that waves can produce energy, right? Well, all these waves underneath the pyramid at the time produced energy, which was forced up these shafts, forced up here into this chamber. This chamber is the most important one because it's got all the granite. Oh, do you know something? I'll be right back, everyone. There's a delivery. You couldn't make it up. And the dogs will go crazy. So, be back in a second or two. Believe it or not, that's a Christmas present arrived already. I know. So I can't show you what it was because my daughter might be watching. Okay, so the granite is very, very important. And also in these shafts they found granite. And that reacts with the lime. And makes a conductor. And the underground water channel produces electricity unit. Now, you see these funny, it's not a bra. When I was drawing it, I thought that's like a kind of bra. These kind of things were drawn in hieroglyphics all over the place in ancient Egypt. And they found that these are called arc lights. Maybe. These are called arc lights. These diagrams were found all over the place. And also in all the chambers that were in the pyramids and the Valley of the Kings and tombs right deep inside the earth and everything. There was no soot or anything on the roof or the walls. And if you were to go in with a torch, with a light, there would be traces of soot. No traces of soot. They did, however, find these kind of diagrams, and they're saying this is a torch, but it's an electric torch, wireless electric torch, believe it or not. They found, pictures of them. And also, round the main pyramid of Giza, they found that there's a magnetic field, and the magnetic field is like the magnetic field when it's a thunder and lightning storm. That's the kind of magnetic field they feel around that. But the tip of the pyramid used to be gold. It's not anymore. They probably took it to sell it. I'd took it to sell it. But it used to be gold, but it's and that was a really good conductor of electricity at the time. Also, they found, I'll show you these two diagrams here. There's this one here. And if you actually look at that, it kind of looks like a light bulb display. You've got the light bulb, and then you've got the bit in the middle, the element in the middle. They're all over the place in ancient Egypt. You see that a lot. You see loads of these. And they're saying that's like a light bulb. That's what that is. And then there's this, and that's an antennae that they've found in some of the drawings. Wireless antennae. Also, they said that, see, a lot of the Egyptian jewellery that they found in the tombs and stuff, necklaces, brooches, beautiful, beautiful jewellery that's, in Egypt that you can see today, is gold plated. And they said that to plate something as finely gold plated, and to finely gold plate something like that, you would need to have electricity. So there's loads and loads of things that say that electricity was there back in the day. We always think that we're the most intelligent, beings. But also, I can't remember the man's name, I should have wrote it down. The man that actually did invent the light bulb and things like that, he eventually, when you watch that video that I'm going to put the link to, when you watch that, you'll see he actually made a tower with a bulb kind of thing on the top, and underneath was all these kind of rivers that I've talked about that he put in it to produce electricity, and it worked. Thomas Edison, yes, open-minded, thank you so much. I've just seen that in the chat. Yes, Thomas Edison, if you watch it, you see that he invented this thing, and it's the exact same thing with the shafts going in and the lime and it's absolutely amazing. Wait to click back to you on YouTube. I froze. Oh no, I froze. Have I froze? I have froze, haven't I? Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. Let's see if this is better. Am I back? Hopefully back. If I've got two things running on this computer at the one time, things just freeze up. Yeah, that's my tartan blankie. Yay, I'm back. Hurry. Well, to say about lightning, thunder and lightning, they said the magnetic field to this day round about the Great Pyramid is like the magnetic field that you would feel round about a thunderstorm. So it's so interesting to me, and I'm convinced now that's what the pyramid was for. And they also said that in the pyramid there was no mention of any pharaoh or anything like that. And normally in tombs they would have like Tutankhamun, and they would have whoever else this is the tomb of, to go into the afterlife. But in the pyramid they had nothing like that. So it makes you wonder, why was it there? And I've always thought it's an amazing structure and it's so elaborate for just a pharaoh, to build. So that's the diagram I drew. And I hope you have a look at it. I'm going to put the link again here. There's a link to it. This one's only 11 minutes long, so it won't take too much of your time. It's 11 minutes long, this one I've sent, and it just kind of gives you the gist of it. I watched another thing that was hours long, and it was the Professor Christopher Dunn. And he goes on a lot longer and goes into atoms and things like that. And coming down one of the shaft, it's limestone, and when it hits the granite, it builds up this hydrochloric acid, which makes power to push out the top. It's so interesting to me. I love things like this. And the past 2 days I've been doing my homework, but I've been enjoying it because I love watching things like that. And as I say, you can see these drawings better than mine, though. Mine's are rubbish. But you can see these drawings if you look up the hieroglyphics in the pyramids. And this one, as I say, that's like a light bulb. When I'm looking at a light bulb just now, and that's like a light bulb, but only it was longer. And I don't know. That's an antenna meant to be, and then you've got the bra-like thing, which is arc lights. So, morning, Joe. Morning, everyone. I've not been able to see. Oh, you love my drawings, thank you. I was kind of doing the drawings as I was watching documentaries. I was doing the drawings, so they're not that great, but they're kind of, you get the gist kind of thing. But I want to know more now. That's all I've been able to find out, but I want to know more. And I want them to come out and say, yes, this is what the pyramid was used for. So it's all really, really interesting to me. And actually, I was talking to my mum about it all, and she says that next Saturday I should do a talk about the Athens clock or something it's called. I've never heard of it, so I need to look it up. And seemingly it's an ancient clock that they had found way before they had like clocks. So I'm going to look that up and see and see what that, and I'll probably have diagrams through. So I would love to know what you think after you've watched the documentary that I've yes, open-minded, that's a good idea. I should, but I would draw it a lot nicer if I was doing it for ASMR. I was just being lazy like I was in school and just watching while I was drawing like this. My handwriting's all over the place. So my mum was saying, so I'm going to look forward to looking it up because I've never heard of it, the Athens clock. And seemingly it was this clock that they'd found, and it's dated a long, long time ago. See, I love that when they find like, bits of history, you know, and they think, why was that there? And all the, I wonder why that. You know, I love all that. And the Sphinx, that's got a whole different story. I'm going to look at all of that because I love it. I love watching that kind of stuff. It really. But you know what else I love? I love that, and I also love Orange is the New Black. So instead of doing my homework, I'm going to be binge watching Orange is the New Black for the next 2 days. Ada, I'm so happy to hear that because, you know, a lot of people aren't interested in this kind of stuff, and a lot of people would think, oh, she's talking rubbish, which, you know, that can't be possible. Well, that's, you know, that's their opinion, and I don't mind it. You know, I would never say, well, how dare they not believe me? But to me, looking at all the things that I've watched and just thinking to myself, is that actually possible? I think it is possible, and it's exciting. I find it exciting to think, oh, that could be a possibility. You know, I really enjoy things like that, like things that make you, never mind what they've said, but make you wonder in your own brain, is that a possibility? Looking at the evidence myself without reading about it, could that actually happen? I love that. You know, I believe in fairies and everything. No, but things like that, I do. You know, that I find it so interesting. Yes, open-minded make you think. Christina, it wasn't, because when I was at school, I was just at school for a carry on. But to tell you the truth, when I was at school, I spent a lot of my time in hospitals. I had problems with my back and my leg and things like that. So a lot of the time I was taken out of school for a month at a time. So by the time I had went back to school, everyone had moved on with whatever they were teaching. And the teachers couldn't be bothered spending time with me to catch me up on whatever. So I was just presumed to catch up or else, you know. So I just went out smoking and things like that, to tell you the truth. That's what I did. Oh, chunky, it's okay. You know, everything that's happened to me has happened for a reason. That's the way I see it. A new tattoo? No, I've always had that one. I've got my butterflies, my dragonfly, and I have a cherry blossom here. I've always wanted more here, but I've never went. But that's probably my next tattoo, so be there. Yes, Matt. Yes, the first emperor of China. Look, I spoke about it last week, but I am still fascinated, and I'm desperate. I don't know if China is actually going to allow them. Giraffe tattoo would be beautiful there. Yeah, Leanna, fellow Glaswegian. I hope you're doing good. And we've had rain today, which is great. The first emperor of China, I'm still fascinated with that. And I hope that they're able to go into that mountain to see. But I don't know if China have put a block on it, not allowing anyone to go into the mountain, or if they will go into the mountain one day. But if they do and they find what I hope they'll find, the Sea of Mercury and the Emperor's Tomb and everything like that, I hope they just leave it alone. Just have a look and then leave it alone. My favourite animal? Well, my doggies. There's one of them. That's one of the favourite animals. But apart from doggies and cats, giraffes, and I like cheetah. Oh, I love cheetah. Cheetah are really fascinating. Big cats. See, although I've got doggies, I love cats as well. I'm a cat lady as well. So I love watching Safari Live, and it's in Africa. And the animals are just natural, just going about doing their own thing. And there's big cats, and there's hyena, and there's wild dogs and stuff like that. Black lab. My mum and dad had a black lab, Leanne. So cute. I've got a wee. See these flies? Honestly, there's wee flies going about. The other day I had like 3 blue bottle flies. Yes. Open-minded. That's how they found out that every single one of the Terracotta Army was different, because they took a thing of their earlobes, and they say that no 2 ears are the same, even your own. Well, there's my baby Manda, and I'm on top chat. Manda flicked to live chat. See this top chat and live chat thing? I don't know why they've done that, YouTube. Yes, the Terracotta Army, they took like pictures or videoed, like, I don't know how many, there's thousands of them, so they must have just picked like 100 and done a scan of the earlobes. And they say that even your own earlobes aren't exactly the same. And every one of them were different. So they knew that every single one of the Terracotta Army is a different person. And they've all got different hair and facial hair. But they were all like 7 foot. So that was really, really tall. So this emperor, he was really worried about the afterlife, because he was a horrible person and executed a lot of people, and he was worried that in the next life souls would come and get him. So that's why the Terracotta Army was built. The yellow thing in the back. This is my wasp killer. Bees and everything, I'm fine with that. The only thing that gets zapped is wasps, and it's electric. Don't know if you can hear that. And they get it. It's a wasp swatter. I don't like wasps. They're not nice, and they steal honeybees' hives and things like that. And they just like to sting. That's their favourite thing, is just stinging. Yes, Matt, they did. Do you know, from me watching the things about that emperor, I think he was like a serial killer, but he was a serial killer with power. So he could serial kill as much as he felt like it, but get others to do the job while he just sat back and watched. And that was his favourite thing, to go and watch. That's what he wanted to do. Waste time, was just go and watch a lot of horrible things happening. So that's what I think. And not only that, another thing that proves it to me is when they did go into battle, him and his army went into battle, he was the first man out there. He wasn't hiding behind it. He was out there first, right in amongst the action, as we say. Oh, stung by a wasp. I've been stung a few times. It's not the actual sting that I don't like. It's just their furry little bodies. Ooh, gives me the creeps. And when they sting, they haunch over like that. It creeps me out. I've just lost the chat. The chat out there I found has went back. Matt, you're right. Leaders today send all the other guys in first. They all go in first. They're all safe in their bunkers. The leaders today, they're all safe in the bunkers, you know, or up in the sky or something like that, all nice and safe. But this guy back in the day, he was looking forward. That was his Saturday night entertainment, was, you know, going out to a good war. He couldn't wait, the man. I think, you know, obviously it's been something wrong with him. So anyway, before I go, I wanted to tell you about, see, my chat keeps going on and off, so I'm sorry if I don't see yous or anything. My laptop is just acting up. Oh, Chunky Kitty, thank you for stepping in and saying hello to me. Have a great day. My chat keeps going on and off. I'm going to ramble again. I think it's just best for me to ramble. Manda, if you're here, just say hello to everyone for me and all that. The chat's flickering on and off. I can't see the chat. So I'll just tell you about my experience the past few days. It's been very, very, very interesting. Amanda knows about it. Very interesting. I decided it's time for me to do a bit more exercise. But I can't really exercise like Jane Fonda workout anymore. So I thought swimming's the way forward for me. That's what to do. So I went up to my local swimming baths, which is just up there. £4.50, right? Keep that in mind. £4.50 it was to get in the swimming. So it gets in the swimming. It's all wee tiny cubicles that you've got to get in to get your swimming costume and everything on. And the changing rooms are for men and women. So the men and women are all walking about together. So I go into the pool. Oh, this is great. This is the first I've been in the pool for a long time. And I start swimming and it's absolutely wonderful. And I'm feeling so great. Oh, and I was like, this is great. I'm going to do this every day. Every day I'm going to do this. And I turned around. And as I'm swimming down, there's a man in the pool staring at me. So I just divert my eyes other places like that and go down. And as I get down to the bottom, he says, my name's John. Pleased to meet you. And I was like, oh, hello, John. And that nice man is going, He said, do you know what? He said, see that scar? I've got a scar there on my head. This is the first conversation with the man. I said, I see the scar. He said, they took a blood clot out my brain there. And I thought, right, okay, Linda, be gentle with this fellow. You know, he's been through a lot. I said, oh, he says, and I've got something wrong with my arm, something wrong with my leg. I said, oh dear. I said, well, you're looking good and everything. He said, I can't swim really. I said, can you not? I said, but you keep exercising. I says, and I can see you swimming. He said, can you? Can you see me swimming? I said, aye. He said, are you a psychic? And I went, no, really. But are you really a psychic? I said, no. I said, if I was a psychic, I'd have won the lottery. And he was going, oh, like that to me. And I thought, well, have a nice day. And I start swimming up again. And it's lanes where you've got to stay in your lane. So I'm swimming, I'm going, that was that, you know, poor fella, having all that done with him. It's a shame. So I turned, you've got to swim back down because they've got a map on the wall. You've got to swim up the way, along, down, 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 down. That's where you've got to swim. So I was swimming back down, he's waiting on me, but I can see him battering his hand in and out the water. I was like, okay, here we go. I'm going down. And he said, do you know what I like to do after I go to the swimming? And I was like, oh, dear. What do you like to do? He says, I like to go to Greg's the Baker's and I like to buy a sausage roll and a Danish pastry and then I go down the Clyde and I eat it. Oh, I said, that's a nice day out then. That's a nice day out. And I'm still swimming thinking, be kind, Linda, just be nice. He says, what time did you get here this morning? And I got early, I was early. So I said, I was here at 7:45. He said, I'm here at 7:50. He said, if you're coming tomorrow, I'll meet you here in the pool then. If you're here at 7:45, I'll be here at 10:10 and I'll meet you. And I was like, oh, right. So I'm swimming back up the pool. I'm going, Zip, I've got a date. I've got a date tomorrow. A date. Like that. And I was swimming up and I was going, oh, Jesus. Like that. And as I was swimming, the guy on the next pool hangs over the lane. Oh, so you're new here and everything. And I was, nice, have a nice day. And I went, it's usually a lot busier in here. My name's Brian, by the way. And I was like, oh, fuck. I always thought if I went to the swimming and guys were trying to pick me up, it was because of my boobs. But I've not got any boobs anymore. And they were still, so I was like, oh my God, no. I'm swimming up and I'm swimming back down, and the guy's battering his hand in the water and bringing it. I was like, okay. And he went, see this? And he had a thing in his hand like a dumbbell, like a dumbbell. But the ends weren't weights. They were floats, pool floats. Right? He says, I like to do this to build my muscle up. And I was going, oh, that's it. See what they've got these days. It's amazing the kind of things that they've got these days. That's an amazing thing there. He said, let me tell you a story. I was just wanting to swim. He said, I was in Loch Lomond. That's a loch not far from me. I was in Loch Lomond last year. I said, oh, were you? He said, I was in a canoe. I said, all right. He said, you never guess what happened. And I said, what happened? He went, it capsized. I said, that's terrible. He says, but I swam to shore now. He'd already told me he couldn't swim, right? So I was like, He said, so I swam to shore. I said, did you? I said, you must have been really cold then. He said, aye, I was cold. He said, but another canoe came along and took my canoe over his canoe and he paddled ashore like that. I went, oh, well, that was handy for you. That was handy. So I swims back up the pool and I'm thinking, I'm going to need to get out. I felt I wanted to stay in longer, but I thought I'm going to need to get out. So, and then I swam back down and I went, well, you have a nice day and everything. He went, right, so you'll be here at 7:45 tomorrow. I'll be here at 10. I'll meet you here in the pool. I went, well, okay, then I'll see you later. And I came out of the pool and I never get changed as fast in my life. As I went out, my t-shirt was still soaking because I couldn't even dry myself in time. Because as I say, it's communal, so the men and the ladies all change, there's just little cubicles. And I thought, this guy obviously thinks I've been giving him a come on and he's going to come and he's going to get me. And I'm going to need to fight the man off. And then people are going to say, well, you were encouraging him. I was just being nice. I was just like, good morning, Was that the Gorbals? No, it was up Cumbernauld, Leanne. Cumbernauld. In fact, he said he stayed in Christon, which is a bit away from Cumbernauld. And he said, now I get the X25. See, there was more conversations than what I said. He was waiting on me. Every lap, he was waiting on me. He gets X25 bus in the morning. It's through Moody'sburn and Christon. And then it was 10 minutes late. And then another time he went, and do you know what? Last week I was in a bus stop and there was 20. God love the man. I mean, honestly. But I just wanted to be left alone. Arab, I don't think dressing as Mrs. Doubtwater would faze these people. I mean, I was a pure dog. A pure dog with no boobs. Do you know what I mean? Swimming and they're still at you. So after that, I just enrolled in a membership to a gym. Well, it's more like a spa, and it's got like the gym bit, which I'll never use, but it's got a beautiful pool, and it's got a jacuzzi and a steam room and things like that. So I went and enrolled for that, and it's £33 a month. Now, when you think it was £4.50 for the one trip to that pool, and I'm planning going every day, then it's less money to go to a nicer place. So I went there yesterday, and people are just, good morning, lovely morning, isn't it? You know, just normal conversation. And then I feel bad for the man because, you know, sometimes I was leading him on, but what was I doing? You know, I said good morning, and I was being just civil to the man. My son was saying to me, you should have told him off. I said, I can't do that to people, darling. I just can't do that. Arab. I know. And the most horrible thing was coming out the pool into the changing room. I thought, oh God, I just wanted to get my clothes on to get the hell out of there. I thought, am I going to be in a fight today? That's what I thought. Am I going to be in a fight? 46, naked near enough, in a fight. And I'll give you, he was hairy. The man was absolutely hairy all over his back and everything. And he had a gold medallion on. You know, like James Bond. It was, and everybody's been laughing, going, oh, that's just you. But it wasn't funny at the time. Yeah, do you know, when I was talking to him, I could see that he was really happy that I was being nice to him, but I was just being the way I would be with anyone else. You know, a lovely morning. Oh, it's been really hot, hasn't it? Oh, it's nice getting a little swim. You know, and then you think, was I leading them on? You know, what was I doing? Oh, this was creepy. This was creepy, Matt. This was creepy. But I mean, I'm saying, do you see the scar on my head? That was a blood clot in my brain. So I knew the man wasn't completely 100%. So see, if it would have been someone else, I'd have probably said, look, I'm just in for a swim. Or I'm not married, but I'd have probably said, look, I'm married or something like that, you know, to throw them off. I'd have done something like that, but you don't like, I didn't want to, and I wanted to be nice to the fella, but I think I was too nice to him, and he made a date. He made a date. I was to meet him there yesterday morning. I was to meet him there yesterday morning. The poor guy would have been waiting for me, but I was away somewhere else swimming. That was it for me. That was it. So there you go. I'm sorry, my chat keeps flickering on and off, and I can't get to see. But everyone's got. These are probably all commenting, "Oh, you're a bad bitch, Blueberry." I'm just not looking for a relationship at the moment. I'm just not. I just want to swim. I just wanted to swim. But this place I'm at now, I get to just swim. People all leave you alone. They're all doing their own things. They're doing exercises and, you know, like jogging on the spot and things like that. And I'm just, but there's a nice jacuzzi that you can go in. And yesterday I was getting jacuzzied and the water was just pummeling. I was like, oh, this is the life. Or you can go in the sauna. I sees now. And oh, Leanne, I know you would have been gutted that I never turned up, but it'd have been worse if I turned up and told them to, do one. No, see, I wouldn't want to have reported the guy or anything like that, because I did feel sorry for him, and he opened up, within 2 seconds. He'd already opened up and told me his life story, etc. And I wouldn't have wanted to get him into trouble or anything like that, but just me not going up, that stopped it. Katrina, you're the same yet. Otter, I love swimming. And I'm never out of breath. I could do a million lanes and it doesn't put me out of breath or anything like that. And it's good for my arms, because we're having the double mastectomy. Underneath my arms is numb. And I need to kind of try and build these muscles up slightly. So that's where I swim, just that. And it's just wonderful. And I just glide through the water like that. It's just, I love it. Did I go fishing? No, I have not been fishing. I would love to go fishing. I wouldn't have went back to that swimming because I was afraid. I was. And the thing I was afraid is maybe he thinks that I was, into him. And it's only little cubicles like that you've got to kind of go into to get undressed. And I could visualise him thinking I was on him and grabbing me in one of them and me having to fight the man and scream a lot. So I couldn't, as I said I was talking to my daughter and I said, I love the swimming, but that put me off. And it wasn't as if he left me alone. Every time I came down, he was there. He was waiting on me at the bottom of the pool like that. So every time I came down a length, he was there waiting on me. And I've no makeup on, and I'm a pure dog. December, you're the same. Yeah, I just like to that. Do you know what else I said to my daughters? Right, see if I ever want a man, forget the makeup, forget getting dressed nice. Get the cosy on and get up the swimming baths. I had two guys hitting on me. Two. None of them were lookers, but if you were just looking for a one night thing, I could have had two. Oh, it's over now. I've got to see there's blooming flies, and it's not just my house is clean, by the way. But even in my mum's house, my mum said that these flies are all, and it's a wee baby fly, so I'm not going to kill it. Sophie's coming up on Monday, Amanda. Sophie's coming up with me, and we're going to jacuzzi. I don't do the sauna in the steam room. Oh, I didn't, Katrina. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, the thoughts are with all his family and friends and everyone who knew him. Amanda, you can come anytime you want. Well, as long as it's Monday to Friday between 8 and 5 p.m. Wee Peter came with me yesterday. My son came up yesterday because I can get my friends and family in. And my son, like, he's going to be 17 soon, but he was because he's 16, he's allowed in the jacuzzi in the steam room and everything. So he was in the steam room and he was in the jacuzzi and he was in the sauna. The sauna is the one that they put the water over the coals or whatever. But in the steam room, it's like menthol steam that gets pumped into it. He didn't like that. But he went in both of them, and then he was in a jacuzzi. So in the middle of the jacuzzi, I says to him, I'm going back to swim. So he was the only one in the jacuzzi, and he was lying back like this, you know, in the jacuzzi. Oh. Oh, Leanne, didn't see what you had put. Leanne, if you look, I would take these if you are near me and you ever want to come up. I would take these absolutely no bother. Oh, Fraser, thank you so much. See, there's my chat just went off. Do you know, I'm going to need to take a video of this to show you what and Manda, do you know what happened earlier on? The doorbell went. I said to Peter, go and get the door. Mum, there's no one there. So I'm hoping I haven't, you know, brought any spirits with me for the last house. There, we've got chat. Oh, open-minded. See, I'm not into the steam room. I'm glad I'm not, because that's horrible. I mean, even peeing in the pool and stuff. I pee before I go in the pool, and then if I'm in the pool and I need to pee, I come out and I go to the toilet and I pee. Amanda, don't even talk about her. See, my ex-husband was down today. I was telling him all about the shenanigans, and he says, in a zombie apocalypse, he said, I'd be the one that all the zombies would be attracted to, because I seem to attract people. People seem to want to come over and tell me their life stories, you know, that I've never met before. I mean, I'm not talking people that have got like disabilities or anything, just normal people. Just want to come over and talk to me and, you know, tell me things. And when I first got this bungalow, there was a wee woman and she came up, she was in a motor scooter thing. See that wee fly's just going about me. She was on a scooter and she came right up to the door and she went, I said, hi there. And she said, see that slab there? And she pointed to my path outside my door. I'm looking at her, I said, uh-huh. And while I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, what can I hit her with if she turns into a crazy person? And she went, that's where I used to park my scooter. I said, oh, is it? She went, when the man that stayed in your house before was there. I said, all right. She said, he died in the house. I said, oh, okay, oh, well. No, thanks, you know, you never want to know that somebody's died in your house, but he died in the house. I used to be in his house every day. I said, oh, did you? And she said, aye. She said, has any letters came from in your house? I said, no. She said, because I was in an accident or something like that. She says, and she was waiting and some kind of money come through. And did the cheque come to my house? And I was thinking, I've not had a cheque. I said, sorry, I've not seen a cheque coming through. And even then, my mind's running. I'm thinking, even if a cheque did come, do you not have to have proof that you're the person? You can't just have a cheque and go, oh, that's it, I'm going to the bank with this cheque. You've got to have some proof that's you. I'm going to swear it. I've not seen. And then I thought, she's not going to believe me. I'm saying, I swear to God, I've not seen any cheque. I don't swim in your toilet. Don't pee in my pool. That's brilliant, Matt. I'll need to remember that. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. No, I couldn't. I couldn't pee. Do you know some? See, even if I really, really wanted to, I don't think it would come out. I think it'd be like stage fright. The peak now, it'd be stage fright. I couldn't do it. I've got to actually sit on a toilet pan because there's been times I've been camping and things like that, and I have been bursting for a pee. And you've got to go to the bushes, and I'm in the bushes, and I'm desperate for a pee, and it just won't happen. It won't happen. You need to go, baby. Well, I'm going to be going anyway, so thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope you please look up this. It's only an 11-minute video, right? Just to watch. It's not going to take much out of your day, but please watch it. It's an 11-minute video, and it kind of broadens your ideas of what the Great Pyramid could be, you know. So next week, my mum says to look up this clock, so I'm going to look that up, and if it's something I want to talk about, that's what we'll talk about next week, is this Athens clock. I'm looking forward to having a look. So I'm going to put the link again in here, and then I'll put it in the description of this video. If my mouse will work now, for goodness sake. Let me do it. Why is it saying sign? Why is it saying sign into chat? Right, obviously it's not letting me sign in my own chat, so I'll put it in the description. Oh, so thank you everyone for joining me. I've had so much fun. That's been nearly an hour, and it seemed like 5 minutes with you. So thank you again, and I'll see you all again next week. I love you all. Bye, everybody.